Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, for those of you that are new here. I am an immigration attorney, and so I make videos about immigration law, lifestyle, and also videos about information that might be helpful for new people coming to the United States. And so today's video is gonna be, I guess, geared more towards international students. I was an orientation leader at my university, Miami University, for the international students, and one of the topics we would talk about is tips for success in American classrooms. And so I'm kind of drawing from that experience to share with you some tips if you are coming to the United States for university or even for high school. I think these would be helpful for you. So the first tip I have for you is not to talk while your teacher is talking. So in some countries, it's pretty normal to have little side conversations with your friends or a classmate, especially if you're at the back of the room. And maybe you just have a question about something on your paper and you just wanted to ask them. In the United States, this is considered very rude and disruptive. And so I would suggest that, especially if you want to have a good relationship with your professor, that you don't talk when the professor is talking and that you stay kind of quiet and focused and look like you're really paying attention. This is also important because it could affect your participation grade. And so that brings me to tip number 2, which is to make sure you're raising your hand and answering questions and participating in class, because this is how you're going to get that part of your grade up and get points for that participation. And that also is kind of affecting, if you're chatting with other people during class, you may upset your professor and they may take away participation points because they don't really feel like you're engaged and paying attention. So definitely, make sure you're raising your hand, asking questions and answering questions where appropriate. Tip number 3 is that if English is not your first language, just to continually improve on both your speaking communication English and also your written communication. And so the best way I think to improve your speaking communication with English is just to practice with other American students and your professor. And I know it can be kind of intimidating to speak your second language with other people who maybe that's their native language. I remember when I was an international student in Korea, I was terrified to speak Korean to Korean people, especially other students in a social setting. So I know it's scary, but to be honest, that's just the best way to practice. And no one's gonna judge you if you mispronounce something or say the wrong word. And if they do, then they're just being immature and just don't worry about them. But in addition to that speaking English, you wanna make sure you really improve continually your written English. This is important because this is how you're gonna convey your ideas to your professor on tests and on papers. And so if there's different programs at your university, just make sure to utilize them. I remember at my university, I think there was some offering at the library where if you wanted to bring in a paper you had for class that you've already written, they'll kind of revise it to make sure that you're really communicating your ideas effectively and that people can not only understand what you're saying, but that you're kind of making your point very efficiently and just effectively. So those were 3 quick tips of how you can succeed in the United States, just knowing a little bit more about American classroom culture. And if you're an international student already in the United States and you have tips that you think would be really helpful just from your personal experience, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below for other people who may be watching this video. And if you have any questions about life in the United States or maybe life as an international student, you can go ahead and leave those in the comments below as well. Maybe someone else will answer them, or maybe it's a topic that I can make another video on in the future. And if you like this or found it helpful, of course, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it. That would be really awesome. And if you want to check out my other videos, I do have videos about immigration law, other videos that might be helpful for people coming to the United States, and also just lifestyle videos for fun. Thank you for watching and have a great day, guys. Bye, friends.